Here's a look at branch number 2. So branch number 2 really fans out. It comes out the main part of the branch. It divides and divides. And again, there's no real branch leader. I've got this part of the branch is kind of growing in the shade of this other branch here, which isn't good. So I can probably get rid of that. The only reason I kept that branch on is if I ever wanted to shorten this branch. I have that possibility. I could like prune off almost everything and develop this as a new branch. This is my logical branch leader out to here. So it's time to do some pruning. Again, I think I'll start with some of these upright ones. Like here's one growing straight up. I'll take that off. Like that. There's one out here that's going up. I'll take that off. Here's a look from above on that branch. You can see all the fan shape. So yeah, I'll start cleaning it up. Again, I want to keep one kind of branch leader, maybe shorten all the others. Like here's one, I could shorten it right back to here, would look good, and then develop this branch. Or at least back to here maybe. I'll take it to here first. Here I go. Like that. That really shortens that branch. There's a branch going in towards the tree. I'll get rid of that one. Again, towards the other branch, I meant to say. Here too, there's a branch interfering. I'll prune that back. I've got 3 parallel branches here. I think I just want the one. Do I? I'll just take out the middle one. And this one, I don't like this one either. Yeah. Gives a little movement to that branch. It's nice. Take this one off, pointing in towards the trunk there. That's kind of got that one. I'm happy with that one. I think it's looking good. Let's deal with this one. It can be shortened here. Taking the tip off. Taking this back. Taking this back. There's one on the inside I can remove here, bud. One going straight up here, I'll take off. Like that. If I can get it out of there. There. Now, there's another little branch on the inside here. I can remove that. I don't need that one. It's a little weak looking. Like that. Now, I've got a lot of strange branches here. I can take this one back. Take the tip off. Take the upright growth off there. Clean it up a bit. Like that. Take this one on the inside curve off. This one too. Cleans that area up. Take this one off. There's a lot of different ways you could prune this branch up. I'm just kind of looking for a branch leader here. That's my branch leader. Take this one off here. It's going to create bulging if I don't clean this area up. Take this one off too. So now, I think that one's pretty good. Let's look at this one over here. It's getting really thick. It's almost thicker than my branch leader, which I don't really like. So I'm going to take this one off. Get some space in here. And I'm going to reduce the vigor on it. It's too vigorous. I'll come over the other side. The branch, here's the radial direction. It's starting to get a little wide here, so I'm going to remove this part that sticks out here. Taking that whole section off. This one too. Can reduce this one back. Take the tip off this one. Like that. And there's a vertical part I can remove here. That's not too bad. I think that's better. And now there's another branch over here. This whole one here, which I'm debating whether to take the whole branch off or not. Let me have a look from the front view. Well, from the front view, it looks quite good. It adds a bit of dimension to that branch. So I'm thinking maybe just a little cleanup on it. It is underneath this branch, but I'm going to try and make this branch a little slimmer so it's not overshadowing this part quite so much. So I'll take this upright part off this branch like that. Take this part off. Keep that. Now, let's see what's going on here. There's some upright growth. I'll remove that. Like that. Some more here. Take that whole branch off. There's a branch kind of growing over top of the other one here. I'll clean out this junction here, this fork. Getting a little congested. I like to be able to see the branch structure on a pine. Yeah, I don't want anything really growing directly under this branch, so I'm going to take off. What am I going to take off here? I'm going to take off, well, at least this part. Like that. And I think some stuff here too. That way the branch can exist in the shade. It doesn't have any foliage in this area or needles, so it'll look pretty good, I think. That's not bad. And then I'll just shorten this one over here. Let me just see if you can see it in the front view. Yeah. Like it, I like it. I got a branch back here. Take this one out. And then I'll shorten it back to here, this division. Like that. I'm going to shorten this one a bit too. Take the tip off. And I think that's good. I think this lower branch is all pruned up. Let's have a look at it from the front view now. Here's a look at the tree in the front view, and I really like that I've exposed the branch structure on those lower branches. I think it makes the tree look a lot more mature. And because they're kind of clip and grow, they have a lot of movement to them. I really like that. I think it looks really cool. So I'll work my way up the tree now. Before I continue the work, I just thought I'd give you a higher angle so you can see the branch structure a little more from up here. I really like that. I've been looking at a lot of pines in nature lately on my morning walks, and yeah, you see a lot of that. The foliage is just kind of out at the edges of the branches, and it's bare in towards the trunk, and I think that makes the tree look, as I said, more mature and old looking. The third lowest branch is this one here, and I already took quite a bit off of it here. I'll just clean that up a bit, like that. And I don't know if there's a whole lot. I'll take this vertical part off, and from here too. There's a branch growing back in on the tree there, and here too. Take this bud off on the top. Let's clean up this tip here. Yeah, I think that looks good now, that branch. So the next branch is the one out the back here. A really thick branch, a lot going on here. Some good, some not so good. All right, here's that branch. You can see it's quite fan-shaped. So the logical leader would be out here, but there's not much growing in that area. And I do want to keep it a little longer. It's got to be longer than these branches above it. So yeah, I've kind of got it dividing each way. Now, I'm going to have a look from the front here. So from the front, the important part is this branch coming out this side, not so much the one at the back here. So I'm going to start by removing some of the vertical growth here at the tip. Get rid of that. There's another vertical part here. Take that off. There's one kind of growing in here. I'm going to take this one off too. Give this one some room, the one beside it. The branch on the inside, I'll take that off like that. Just trying to clean this structure up. Make it nice and flat. There's one here I'm going to remove. That. Clean that up a bit. Sorry. There's a stub there I got to clean up. Like that. Okay. Take the tip off this one. Like that. Take the tip bud off this one. And here. Don't really want those getting much longer. I take the tip off this one. There's a branch kind of opposite here. I'll take this one off. Bar branch. Now I'm going to have a look from the front view again and just have another look at this branch. I see. Yeah, I'm going to take a little more off here. Okay. All right, let's get back to the top view here. Here we are. Oh, it's looking good. This could be shortened a bit. I've got buds back further, so I'm going to shorten that. It still, won't be in the shadow of the branch above it. This one too. Take the tip off, and this one too. Always keeping healthy green needles on your branches. Otherwise, you've just killed the branch if you don't. I'll take this part off. And then there's one on the inside here. I'll take that off. Like that. That's looking better. I could even take this upright one off, and I will. Like that. Clean it up a bit. Take this one off on the inside here. This is all good. There's one growing on the inside here I can remove. Give those branches a little more room. And then there's a lot of confusing stuff going on here. I gotta clean out some of these little branches here from the inside. And then I've got two parallel branches here, and I think the inside one there is nicer, so I'm going to take this bottom one off. Like that. I'm wondering about this one. It's kind of got that 90-degree kink in it. I could bring this one out and develop it in that area, so I will do that. Like that. So I can develop this one out longer and fill in this space here nicely. I'll take this one off too. And I have an upper one here. I can take that off. I got two coming from the corner here. This one flows nicer, so I'll take the upper one off. Like that. I think that's got it. I think that looks pretty nice. Very natural looking too. Here's a look at the tree from the front view now, so you can kind of see what direction I'm going, exposing those branches. Yeah, I think it's looking good. I like it. So I'll keep going. The next branch is, where is it? I think the one out front. The next branch is this one, which is here. So same thing, I'm going to prune it up. So I'll remove all the vertical growth first. I've got a nice shoot growing out the bottom, so I'm going to keep that, develop that, and take this more vertical one off. Right here. Keeping this as my new branch leader there. So this one kind of crosses the trunk, which is kind of nice, and this one also. You don't want the trunk bare all the way up. You want some kind of crossing the trunk. However, I have a lot back here, so I think I want to shorten that one for sure. Just wondering how far back. That is the question. I think right back to here. Taking this whole branch tip off, like that. And then this has to be shortened too. And take my vertical one off. So really reducing that branch back. That's good. So the next branch is this one right here. Quite a branch. Let's go up top and look at that. Okay, so here's this branch. I'm just gonna quickly look at it from the front view. Okay. So if I can reduce the height of it, I will. So here's a vertical branch I'll take off. This one too. Clean that up. Kind of removing this bulge where a branch comes out. Like that. Now, there's a lot going on that branch. I'll clean out this one coming on a weird angle. Not flowing very well. There's one up top here. I'll take that off. And another one up top here. So, see what happens in that area. There's one growing up here I can remove. Reduce this one back here. Take this one off. And I kind of got three branches here. I'll take the one on the inside off. This upper one. This one. That one too. And this part of the branch, I could even take this one back, and I think I will. To there. Now this one, I've got a vertical shoot here I gotta remove. There. Replace it with that one underneath, which is more horizontal. It's a weird branch coming off here. There's an upright one here I can take off. Shorten this one back to here. Got a couple of branches here. I'm going to keep the lower one. Do some trimming on this part. This one's starting to grow over the other one, so I think I want to take this one off and take it back to here. Take this upright one off. And that is probably going to do it. I'll take this one off too. That will do it on that branch. That's actually looking pretty nice. There it is. Looks flowing. Got lots of movement to it, lots of change of taper from thick to thin. Good looking branch. So my next highest one is this one here. Okay, let's see. If I look from the front view, this is the branch I'm dealing with. Could definitely be shortened, and I will shorten it. I got a lot going on here. I'll take off that vertical bud. Don't need that. Take off this more upright one here. Take off this one on the inside. Just kind of cleaning this up. Now, I can shorten it to here, like that. Take this upright one off. There's a stub here I can remove. This one, this part kind of crosses everything. I'm going to take this one off. I may remove that whole section. I think I will. Just don't like it much. Should I? I don't know. Maybe I'll take this one off instead. Keep that section. Just remove the upper part. Take this one off. It looks weird. The rest isn't bad on that branch. Let me show you that. That part of it looks quite nice. Now there's another part here that's, again, kind of coming forward and crossing the trunk, so it's sort of important, but I will reduce it. I'm going to take the tip off it anyway, for starters. There's one growing up here I'll remove. Another one going upward here I'll remove. And I'm going to remove this one and keep the lower branch. Like that. And I think that's all I can do. That one's looking pretty good. Other than this section being a little straight, without taper. Maybe I'll take it back a bit more. Take a chance on that one. See if something develops. As I said, this tree is really strong because it's grown all summer with this super high needle density. So it should do a lot of back budding. It's got a lot of energy in this tree. So that's that one. The next branch up is this one out the back here. This one right here. Let's have a look at that. So I got some upright growth here I can remove. I'll take some of this upright growth off. This one can... I think that one's okay. As you get towards the apex, your branches go from more horizontal to more vertical, so I think it's good to keep that upright part here because we're getting up near the apex. The branches can kind of swoop upwards more. Okay, so I've got 3 branches here. Gotta pick my nicest ones, I think. I'm gonna take out that vertical one in the middle. Like that. I think. Take that one off, it's kind of strange. Too many branches come from one spot here. Got some interference with this branch over top of this one. Take this inside one off. I'm debating whether I should take this whole one off. I think I will. Like that. Take this one off too. Well, that simplifies that branch, doesn't it? Take one off the inside there. And take it back. Yeah, I'm going to take the butt off the tip here. And also here. We'll see what happens. Kind of taking that branch down to the minimum, but it is up near the apex. It should be good and vigorous. Okay, so the next branch is this one here. Wow. Which is kind of growing over top of the one below it. So if I can shorten that, that would be good. It's an interesting branch. It's got a lot of cool movement. I'm going to take the one off on the inside here. Like that. That's pretty good. I like that branch now. Twisty. Yeah, it's good. So the next branch is over here. I'm getting right into the apex now. So there's a look at the tree. So I don't want it too heavy on top. I've got to lighten it up. So I've got to keep fine branching in the apex. If it gets too heavy, it doesn't look right. So I've got to, constantly be replacing tips with finer ones, back branches. You don't want these branches in the apex to get coarse looking. It is starting to get dark out. I've been at this all day. Here's one sticking up. I'm going to get rid of that one. This one too. Yeah, this is quite a thick back branch. It's kind of the apex kind of comes forward, and this is the counterbalancing branch. So it's important. This one can stay quite thick. It's almost like sort of a double apex. So here's one I've got 3 branches. I'll prune it back to 2. I have finished the pruning of my Austrian pine. Boy, did it get a pruning. So I'll rotate it around so you can see it from all angles. It took me 2 days, but the Austrian pine is pruned up and ready to grow for spring. That's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.